Alright guys, so y'all should already know that a few days ago I caught these two little baby red-eared sliders and a crawfish, which is going to go in the tank with them. And yeah, I caught these guys to put in my turtle pond, but right now they're way too small to go in there. They would just get eaten, or I'd lose them and never be able to see them since they're just the size of like a quarter. So I'm going to put them in a tank. I got this little 10-gallon tank that should be plenty big for them for now. And yeah, basically what I'm going to be doing in this video is just showing y'all how I set up this tank. Just caught all those things, and yeah, just going to set it up and see if I can make a nice little home for those two turtles and the crawfish. Which, by the way, I named the two turtles Skeet Reese from the Professional Bass Fisherman, and the other one, Fletcher Shryock, from another professional bass fisherman. But I'll just call them by their first name, Skeet and Fletcher, just because I kind of like those names and I like those bass fishermen. So their name is going to be Skeet and Fletcher. I'll name more turtles that I get for the pond after professional bass fishermen. I think it's kind of cool. But what I'm going to do with this crawfish, which I just caught in a pond randomly, I was going to use it for bait to catch a bass, because these are really good just live bait if you want to catch a bass. But I decided to put him in this little tank. He's about the right size to not really mess with the turtles, and he could stay in this tank, live under the bricks and stuff. So what I'm going to do is let y'all in the comments name this little crawfish. Yeah, and just put whatever name you think it should be in the comments, and yeah, I'll choose whichever one either gets like a ton of likes or whichever one I like. So yeah, set this tank up. So what I think I'm going to do first to this tank is put on the little bank using these two bricks I have. So I'll put one there, and then in this little gap over here, I'll just use some of this gravel, which I'm going to pour on top of it because I think it would be kind of ugly just to have bricks for a bank. So with that, I'm just going to pour the gravel on here. I'll also cover the ground because it would look a lot better if the whole ground of the tank was gravel and not just glass. Okay, pour all that in there. Now spread it out. Alright, got that little bank built and got all the gravel on the ground just to make it more natural for them. And yeah, now I'll go ahead and add some decorations. Let's see, I'll put that maybe right there. There we go, got that plant kind of situated in there back behind those bricks. Now, put this little thing somewhere, maybe like right there in that corner. There we go, looking good. Now, got this little random plant. I think I'm gonna stick it right in this corner in these bricks just to fill up some space right there. Alright, got that little plant stuck behind those bricks. And yeah, now I got this. Don't really know what I'm gonna do with this. It doesn't float, I already know that, because that's kind of how they sell them at the stores, so they don't float. There's not much more space for this, but it's going to be filled with water, so they're going to have lots of swimming room. Maybe I'll just put this. I think I'll just put that piece of wood kind of right in there, leaning up against the bricks, but also kind of in that corner, and the turtles can swim under there if they want a place to hide and chill out. I'll just fill in some rocks down in there. And yeah, it's basically as simple as that. I'll put this little bank for them on later. And yeah, that's basically it. So just finished setting this up, and I just kind of realized that everything looks good and everything, but the bricks that I put in, which is basically going to be a bank for the turtles to come up out of the water, is going to be very much submerged unless I fill the water only up to like right there, which is going to give them like only a couple inches of swimming room, which is nowhere near enough. So that just shows how dumb I am, I guess, but it's a pretty easy fix. I'm just going to do everything that I already did here, but just add these 2 more layers of bricks. So I'll just do that real quick. Okay, so I just got that done, but I need to talk pretty fast because it's starting to rain. As you can see, there's little rain marks on the road. So I'm gonna bring this tank up to my room where these turtles are gonna be staying, along with my tortoise and bearded dragon. Not in the same tank, obviously, but up there. And then I'll fill it up with water and then put them in there. So let's carry this thing up to my room. Alright, so we made it up to my room without breaking anything. Here is my bearded dragon Cyrus in this giant tank. And in here somewhere is my red-bit tortoise Ralph. I'll show y'all him in a little bit. But yeah, a few things got moved around during the walk here, so I'm just going to kind of resituate everything, and then we'll start filling it up with water. Just got through making the tank look nice again. I moved that little plant from the corner back to in between those bricks. And yeah, it's looking good. So now that it's basically ready, I'm just going to start adding some water from my sink, and then we'll wait for it to settle, and then go ahead and put the 2 ready sliders and the crawfish in there. Alright, so it's a little while later, and while the water was settling, since there was some dirt in the gravel, while it was clearing up and the dirt was sinking to the bottom, I added this little blue background to the back with just 3 pieces of construction paper that I just taped on there, just to make it look a whole lot better, and I think it looks a whole lot nicer right now. So here's how it's looking. I got the UVB and heat bulb on here, heat bulb right above that little bank to sit on, and then UVB right above this little bank to sit on. And also, you might be wondering, like, why don't I have a filter in here? Well, I do have one, this one, and I thought that I was going to be using it and setting it up like right now, but I tested it and it doesn't work. All it does is just vibrate, because it's pretty old and I've had it for a while. So I will be ordering another one, but the turtles will be fine in here for now. But before I put them in there, I'll give you a little update on the red-fit tortoise Ralph right over there. As you can see, I got this little cord tucked nicely through this little thing where I keep some stuff to keep the animals, and just some gloves and random stuff like that, which Cyrus, the bearded dragon's cage, sits on. And then, so here he is. He's just eating like a absolute beast as usual. I don't see how much he's grown, but people who don't see him every day say he's grown a whole lot. So yeah, he'll be out in the pond soon, or not in the pond, but outside near the ponds in his little wooden pen soon, whenever he's big enough. So that's basically what I'm doing with him and the guys that are going in there. Those little red sliders, I'm just gonna be raising them up like a little nursery until they're big enough to go outside. So now I think this little tank is just about ready for these little turtles, so I'll open that up so I can set them in, and let's put these guys in there. Alright, here's Fletcher, the smaller one with the little white spots, going into the new tank. Alright, I guess that guy's Okay, there we go. Went straight down and under that plant. Now here's Skeet, the bigger reddish slider that doesn't have any spots. Alright, there we go. Finally got this little turtle Skeet into focus. There he is. He's the bigger one without the spots. Now just put him on in the tank to join his brother. Alrighty, there we go. They both just went back in the back right next to each other. And yeah, there we go. We got the two turtles, Fletcher and Skeet, in their new home. I think it'll be just perfect for them for the temporary time that they're in here. And yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to name the crawfish. Almost forgot. I put him in here before I actually started filming, putting these guys in here because they were messing with them, or he was messing with them in that little tank. So I went ahead and put him in here. And yeah, he's in there somewhere. I don't know where. But yeah, don't forget to name him because he'll also be a little member of this tank. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to name the crawfish and subscribe. See y'all on the next one.